Hey, it's Riot Breezy here, bringing you guys a bonus episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Since our Super Mario playthrough ended a day early, so for Friday's episode, I'm bringing you some Subterrors. Now, Utopia is still coming on Saturday as promised, but let's get into this deck profile. And as always, any deck recommendations I'm welcome to, and any decks you want to see, drop a comment below. First, I'm running one Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, which is a hand trap. Anytime your opponent's trying to grab a card from their deck, you discard this and it cancels that out. I feel like people know what Ash Blossom does now. 3 Des Lacuda. This is a flip monster. When you flip him up, you get to draw a card, and his ability is he can flip face down each turn. There's a bunch of monsters like that in this coming up right here. 2 Flip Flop Frog. He has the same ability where he can flip himself back down, but every time he gets flipped up, he can return a monster from your opponent back to their hand. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, another hand trap. Whenever your monster activates an effect, discard it, or when a spell or trap that was already up activates, so like continuous ones, when that activates you can discard it. And then 1 Mahjong Money Maidens also has the effect where it can flip itself face down, but every time it flips up you get to draw a card and then you discard a card. Here's our first Subterror Behemoth Umastryx. Now, the whole thing with Subterrors is they're underground, like monsters that live underground. And then there's the Subterror Nemesis people that hunt them. And that's like the background story for our deck here. Spielgeist, they're all flip monsters who, whenever something gets flipped face back down, you get to special summon from your hand. But his flip ability here is you can target one monster on the field and make its attack 0 if it's in defense position. I'll change it from attack to defense position and make its attack 0. That ain't that good, is it? I just added him in here and I took out one of these ones. I might change that. Who knows? Next, Subterror Behemoth Stalagmo. His flip effect is when you flip him, you discard a Subterror card, which gets rid of one of your monsters, but then you draw 2 cards. So hopefully you get some good draws. And they all have the same effect where when a face-up monster is flipped down, if you have any Subterrors in your hand, you can special summon them. There we go. Annoying tag. 2 Subterror Behemoth Stygiokrakens. This is a pretty cool. This is a pretty cool card. But when you flip him back, when you flip him up, the amount of set cards you get to destroy is equal to the amount of Subterrors that you have face up. Specifically face up, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they count if they're down. Ultra Fumus. He's a pretty cool one. 3,000 attack points. When he's flipped up, you can change all face-up monsters on the field face down. So if you flip up all your monsters to activate their effects, and you leave this guy for last, when you flip him up, you get to flip them all back down. And then I'm pretty sure you get to flip them back up again. I don't remember. I mean, we have a bunch of ways to flip cards up and down in this deck. This is probably my favorite Subterror. Umastryx, whenever he gets flipped up, you get to target one monster controls and then banish it. Cut dry ability, but it's very good. Subterror Fiendess she has multiple abilities here. So, quick effect, you send this card from your hand and then target one Subterror you control, negate. So she's basically a hand trap, but then she has a whole bunch of other effects. You discard her, and then you can negate one of your opponent's effects, and then you get to change one of your Subterrors you have, you flip him back face down, and then if you have a Subterror in your hand, you get to special summon an extra one out, or graveyard apparently. So she's very good. I'm definitely running 3 of her. Next is Guru. Truthfully, I'm not a big fan of this card, but he's definitely running like the big Subterror decks as like a control kind of card. When you flip this guy up, you get to add a Subterror from your deck to your hand, and then you get to target one other monster on the field and change that face down. So you can flip your opponent face down, you can flip your guy's face down. Big control card. Nemesis Archer. Truthfully, I don't quite know about this card that much. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a face down position monster and you control a Subterror monster, shuffle that opponent's monster into his deck. That's pretty good. This card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. Special summon one Subterror from your deck. Very good. I like it. Nemesis Warrior is a very weird card. Pretty good, but he can help summon stuff from the grave and stuff like that by discarding from... It's all big mess. During either player's turn, when you send one Subterror monster from your deck to the grave, tribute this card, and one other monster equal or at least so the original monster is equal or exceeding. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That just messed me up. And if you do, special summon that monster. Basically, you take a card from your deck, send it to the grave, plus one monster on the field, probably this guy, and then say 4 plus 5, that equals 9, and then you can summon out him, or... Okay, we don't have any 9s. Basically, you get Umastryx. But I feel like you get the point. And then there's ways... if Subterror monster is flipped face up while this card's in your grave, you get to special summon this guy back out to bring more stuff into your grave and special summoning, and it's a big old mess when he's on the field. He wants to activate every single time. Lightning Storm, if you control no face-up cards, destroy all attack position monsters, or destroy all spells and traps of your opponent. You can only activate it once per turn. We're only running one. We're running one Monster Reborn, as it is not banned anymore. One Pot of Extravagance, because our extra deck is a joke and I don't use 2/3 of them. So if we banish 6 of them, draw 2 cards. Subterror Cave Clash is a weird continuous spell trap. Continuous spell trap. Yeah, I said that. Continuous spell. When it's face up, all Subterror monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense for each monster that's set face down. So if you have one monster that's up and like 3 they're face down, this guy boosts up that one monster up a whole lot. And once per turn, when a Subterror monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, target one Subterror card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You're looking to add Fiendess probably, as she's the way to negate a bunch of your opponent's effects. One Terraforming, as it just searches out your field spell, which is the Hidden City. We're running 3 copies of this, as it's pretty cool. When this card is activated, add a Subterror from your deck. You really want Fiendess, or if you don't have a Subterror monster, you really want to get one of those in your hand. You can change once per turn, change one face down defense position Subterror to face up. And then once per turn, when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can change one defense position Subterror into attack position, which will activate its effect, and it negates the attack coming in on you. So it does a whole bunch for you, and it's a great field spell to have. Desert Sunlight, not really a good trap, but works amazing in this, as all monsters on your side of the field are changed face down. So if you activate all their effects, you get to flip them right back down. Or say your opponent flips one up for you, you can put it right back down so that it will activate again. One infinite impermanence is a hand trap. You can negate your monster's abilities, or if you set it, you can still negate your monster's abilities, but when you activate it and flip it up, it negates all cards in the column. 3 Subterror Final Battle. This is an amazing card and has 4 different abilities. Its first ability is you can change one set Subterror monster on the field to face up. Its second ability is change one face up monster to face down. Its third ability, which is how you overcome like a bunch of your opponents, is the attack and defense of one Subterror monster on your field doubles. Like, you literally double your monster. And then the third is when your monster is getting flipped up or nothing, it can't be negated. Not the greatest ability, but sometimes you need it. That's our main deck. Our extra deck, I don't really run a lot of, you know. There's only like 4 or 5 cards I'm gonna even show you that I read that I actually have a chance of using. Other than that, I don't really use my extra deck at all. I just threw this guy in, True King of All Calamities, because he's pretty wide open on his things you need to get to make him. Why can't I think of what that word? Once per turn, his quick effect is detach a material from this, declare an attribute. This turn, all face-up monsters on the field become that attribute, and all monsters in your opponent's possession with that attribute cannot activate their effects or attacks. That's very good. You can just negate all your monsters on the field, both sides. And I don't think the other effect activate works for us because we're not running True Draco and True Kings. Warlord Dragon, we have a chance of running this. Link 4, basically his ability is you get to target one monster on the field and you basically suck it up for your monster. And I don't think you can attack that turn, but he's still good, stealing one of your opponent's monsters. Boral Sword Dragon, he's probably the highest chance that I'll summon out him if we're in a position to just win it that turn and I've got like a full set on the field. But his effect is you target one attack position monster on the field, change it to defense position, and then you get to make a second attack, and then I'm pretty sure you can steal your opponent's attack points. You cut your opponent's attack points in half and then you steal that half. So it's very good for OTKing if your opponent's like down to 4,000, 5,000 range. Ferocious Flame Swordman, we're not running that. If you want to read it, there it is. I sold the 2 Tales of the Noble Knights. Never gonna summon this one out. If you want to read it, there it goes. Hopefully this gets banished when we run Pot of Extravagance. Same with this one. Link Karibo, never gonna summon him. Hope it gets banished. Miss Radiant, hope it gets banished. Proxy Dragon, hopes it gets banished. You know, I was reading this card right before I started this video. Like, I'm never gonna summon this, and then I read it. And this thing's amazing! For 2 flip monsters, which our entire deck is flip monsters except for the Nemesis Subterror guys. You gain attack equal to the levels of the 2 Subterrors you link summon it. And these guys? Level 12, level 7, level 11. Times that by 100, plus 2,000 it already has. That's like 4,000 attack points, easy. Plus, it has extra abilities. During your main phase, send one flip monster from your deck to the grave, and if you do, special summon a monster from your hand into face down defense position in a zone it points to. But then it has a third ability. Once per turn, if a monster this card points to is flipped up, add a flip monster from your deck. That's outrageous. I'm definitely gonna try experimenting with this card while we're dueling today. And then the last one I'll probably summon is Topologic Trabania. Basically, in the zones it's pointing to, if a card gets special summoned into those zones, it wipes all spells and traps out on the field and inflicts 500 to your opponent for each card. Oh, it banishes them. Ooh. And then our last one's Underclock Taker. Not gonna summon him. Our side deck, real quick. Effect Veiler I did have in the deck until before this video, and I put Ghost Ogre in. Basically, it negates a monster effect, and that's it. So I put Ghost Ogre in instead. I was running a second, experimenting with a second Maiden, not gonna run it. Third Stygia Kraken, not running. Third Ultrafumus. I did have Voltaic in before this deck. Basically, his flip effect is you take control of one of your opponent's set monsters, which I like that ability better than this is the card I added, Spielgeist. He would have an amazing ability if it didn't change the monster from attack into defense position. Like if it just changed its attack to 0, that'd be amazing. But I was running, experimenting with another archer, another warrior. For some reason Thunder Dragon was on here. Book of Moon's pretty good, putting cards face down. Another Lightning Storm, just in case. Subterror Behemoth Burrowing. What does this card do? You banish a Subterror from your grave for the rest of your turn. Face down monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent cannot target them. Decent. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, add a Subterror monster from deck to hand. Not terrible. I don't think I'm going to put it in my deck, but it's not terrible. Anyway, I might change my deck around a little, but I'll see you guys in the video, and we're going to be doing some PvP duels right now. I'll see you there. Alright, we are facing Burkinator 19 right here. So far, we have had some very bad luck. Like, I know this deck's a slow deck, but we got OTK'd in the last duel. You're definitely not going to be seeing. I was facing the Dark World Danger variant that was in our Ubel video we went against. And he discarded his whole hand, which activated like 8 abilities, and he just got so many monsters on the field. This is a very, very, very terrible hand. Hand destruction. I like this. I really like this. We can get rid of Cave Clash. And Impermanence? Oh my goodness. What terrible draws. I mean, Fiendess was good. Terraforming's a waste. Okay, he's running the whites slash, what is it called? What is it called? King of the Dead or something like that? Another Fiendess. Eesh. We're gonna activate Terraforming so that we get another field spell out of our deck. I was hoping he would negate that, waste one of his negates. Once I play my field spell, I'm pretty sure I can only activate it one per turn. I can't like lay another field spell on top. But dude, I should have discarded a big monster so we could reborn it. I didn't have any though. I mean, I have to grab Umastryx. You need a flip monster, or we're stuck. What do we have reborn? Why can I activate? I can steal his monster. Full Servant is everything in the grave right now because of White Princess. I have to go into Nemesis Warrior here. We're going to activate his effect. We're not going to activate his effect. See if we can get into White Princess. You gonna let me kill it? I can negate that. My attack doesn't go through. But I'm getting Umastryx onto the field. He gets his Radiant Light back. I'm not quite sure what I negated when I negated her, but I needed her in the grave, so I torrential trip him. Why isn't her monster destroyed? Also, unaffected by spell and trap. Phase 2. We are reborning our Umastryx. In phase 2, we activate him face down, and our turn. Okay, if he gets flipped up, the Lady in White's banished. If he draws into his king, I'm pretty sure we're screwed. We're gonna flip here. Umastryx activates. Lady in White is no more. We can activate Nemesis Warrior. He comes out on the field in attack mode. What wants to activate? Oh no, I hate him. We're gonna summon Flip-Flop Frog in attack mode. We're gonna attack in. Nemesis Warrior keeps wanting to activate. And then I'm going to go to main phase 2. We're going to start flipping people down. No. End turn. Dragon's Mirror. Negate! We're not letting you get that. That one dragon is from 5Ds. 2 zombie monsters. He's like a level 10, it's crazy. Okay, I need to get 30. We won. We won! We need to flip up Warrior and Umastryx. No, don't activate. This is a very easy duel. But it kind of showed off the power of Umastryx a little bit. And then Warrior for the win. Yeah, that shows Subterror's flip ability is pretty good. That was fun. Fiendess put in a lot of work with her ability to negate stuff. Let's open up a Jack Alice pack between matches. I'm really trying to get some Infernity cards, and we got 0 of them. So I'm trying to build the Infernity deck, but it is not working out for me. I'll see you guys in duel number 2 in a minute. Burkinator 19 is back. He wants some revenge. I'm pretty sure he's running the same exact deck as he has the same deck avatar. We're gonna put them zombies down once again. If he picks something. Anytime now, Burkinator. You're just not, you don't want to lose again, that's what it is. Hey, do we want to go first now? We did pretty good there we started out with Fiendess. That was turn 2. We drew into that. Huh. This is a really good hand. Wanna know why? We're getting our whole hand out except for Warrior. Does Lakuda's gonna play? Maybe. Thinking. Still thinking. Basically, we're gonna flip this Lakuda down. We're gonna get our monsters on the field. Zygo Kraken. He's still thinking. We're gonna activate Stygo Kraken's ability to get flipped face down, which triggers the Umastryx in our hand. And then we're gonna flip him face down. I regret to inform Burkinator, but he's about to get steamrolled because of his trap. And we're gonna glide to the side so hopefully he doesn't see it. And we need you to play some cards. He's running Raiden, which activates my final battle. I'm going to flip Umastryx up, which is going to banish your monster out of here. Twin Twisters! He discards Skull Guy. I mean, I'm still in an advantage here. And next turn, I can banish another card. Got some cards in this. I don't see this guy winning. What is 7 plus 5 equals 12, which would give us 32,000 attack if we go into that one Subterror Link monster. In face! We drew Fiendess. Gonna flip up Lakuda so we can draw a card. What does he have in his hand? Can negate me. I mean, Ash Blossom would, but do you really want to get rid of a Lakuda? Let's see here, he's still thinking. If you want to know if he's still thinking or not, there's a little emblem up by his name that's like tapping his brain. The Hidden City, what a draw. Okay, I'm gonna play the Hidden City. I'm gonna search for an Ultra Fumus. Gonna activate Umastryx's ability to go face down, which is gonna let me summon out the Ultra Fumus. It should have activated, right? I'll activate Deslecuda. I can still flip up Umastryx. We're losing out on 500 attack here. Now we can activate Ultra Fumus. I'm gonna use him plus Stygo Kraken here. We're going to link. No, don't activate that. I like my trap work, my field spell where it is. Here we go. Behemoth Fiendess. So, this card gains attack equal to the 2 that I just linked off by 100. During my main phase, I can send a flip monster from my deck to the grave. Apparently not. I don't see that ability activating. Oh, he's thinking. That's why. You do a special summon 1 monster from your hand in face down defense position. I don't really want that right now. So right now we can do 3,000. Let's do it. We're going 5,700 attack here. Does it connect? White Princess. White Princess activates, and I negate it! We lose out on 2,000 attack points, but we negate that. Send White Princess from your deck to the either player's turn. All monsters on attack lose attack equal to their own level by 300. Whew! That would have hurt. Actually, do Link monsters have levels? Are they like Xyz monsters where they have ranks? These Link 2, is that like separate? Okay, we're gonna activate Deslecuda. Draw a card. Oh, that activated his ability because he's Flip Monster. And I get to add another Umastryx. You guys know, I feel Umastryx is the best one. Now we're going to activate him to flip face down. Okay, that didn't do anything. Okay. During my main phase, send 1 flip monster. Grave from my deck. Let's send Stalagmo. And then I get to special summon Umastryx. I should have went for Stygo Kraken. Now I can get rid of that back row. Umastryx activates to banish his face down card. Battle. If they somehow destroy this Umastryx, I got a backup. Pinpoint guard. They're gonna White Princess. We shall continue the attack. White Princess's effect activates, which sends White Prince to the grave every time she's summoned. I guess his ability is to send more. Yeah, we're gonna continue. I wish we had another Fiendess. They can't get destroyed, I bet, with Pinpoint Guard. I didn't read it. Main phase 2. We're gonna activate it and flip back down. Enter. We are sitting pretty right now. Even a lightning storm won't do that much to us, as they're face down in defense. I probably could be using this effect more, but I feel we're already in a commanding position. And this, I'm really liking this Link card. I can get rid of both of them, that's no problem. This is game. Flip up Umastryx. Activate Umastryx. Oh, we drew Fiendess. That's ridiculous. I was gonna search her out. Let me adding. Oh, Tik. If I get him on the field right now. Okay, activate Deslakuta. Let us draw another card. Ghost Ogre. Okay. If I flip him up, it's a waste. But I need the attack points. So we're going... Need him. We have to attack him with an Umastryx or we can't win this turn. Mizuki. Thank God we won. And that's it. We're showing off our Subterrors here. And it went way better than I expected. Overall, I went 2-2. But yeah, I feel I did very well with this, and it showed off the power of Umastryx. And this guy really surprised me. I know I definitely could have played this better, but I feel you guys get the gist of the deck here. Sadly, this card got destroyed the first time we activated it, as it stays on the field. Every turn you activate it, it flips back down every turn. I didn't mention that earlier, but it's the greatest card in this deck, really. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any deck recommendations on how to change it, or any decks you want me to play, feel free to let me know, and I'll be getting them out to you guys in the future. And tomorrow, I'll be bringing Utopia onto the channel for Saturday. See you guys there. See ya.